So today I'm going to show you how to apply oil ground to a canvas panel or a board. And what you use, this is Gamblin's oil ground. Oh, it's upside down. Let me fix that. They tell you to keep it upside down. Anyway, this is Gamblin's oil ground. I use this so that I can apply my oil paint better and so that the colors don't sink in. Because when you buy inexpensive panels or board, and you just paint on them, and they're already primed, but it's not primed with an oil ground. And so the oil ground keeps your darks from sinking in, and I just think altogether it's a better surface. I really like using oil ground. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is I've just applied a bunch of it to this panel, and I'm using an old credit card to scrape it. If you leave a layer on it that's too thick, then it's going to take like 2 days to dry, so you don't want that. So you kind of use the scraper. Now I'm using a brush to kind of get rid of the lines that were left by the credit card, and I'm just brushing it out gently and softly so that the oil ground is well distributed and it doesn't leave a bunch of marks on the panel. So this is effective equally on canvas panels, and on cradled boards, which is what I'm doing next. So I've got a cradled board and I've scraped onto it the excess from doing it on the canvas panel. And now I'm spreading it out on the cradled board. And you can see that it spreads really nicely, but you do want to get a very, very thin coat on the cradled board. So that's why I'm using the card. And the credit card works really well. You can get applicators to apply this with. I've tried rubber applicators. They're not as effective. They tend to leave a lot on the surface. Again, that makes the drying time take a really long time. So this is just using a credit card applicator. Of course, I'm going to be able to just throw the credit card away because it's old, and I always keep old credit cards around just to make use of things like this that I can then just throw away. So I'm again spreading out the oil ground onto the panel. This is a cradled panel. I like working on cradled panels. They have edges, and you can continue to frame them or you don't have to frame them. But now I'm doing around the edges. You can see there I've got a couple holes in the edge of that, and I'm going to have to come back and fill those with some putty and cover up those holes. And then now I'm taking off the label. I keep labels on my panels and cradled boards that tell me what size they are so that I don't have to measure them every time and think about it. So I've moved the label to the underside of the panel now. So I'm continuing to paint the cradle and adding a little bit more of the oil ground here. I recommend a good sturdy brush for this, something that is good with oil paint, because this is definitely an oil-based medium, so you're going to have to clean that brush. And it dries fairly quickly. It should dry within 24 hours. And I like using this product. Like I said, the oil paint goes on better. I've tried using canvas and boards without a ground, without an additional ground. They come triple primed, quadruple primed, whatever. But if they've got an oil ground prime, your oil paint's just going to work better. It just is. So now I'm all done with that, and I'm getting the paint off the card. I'm going to throw it away. And now I'm going to clean out the lip of the can. Always do this no matter what paint you're using, because otherwise your can lid is going to stick. So I'm taking a little more paint out of the lid, and I'm going to put it back on the edge of that. Just use that up. Yeah, and so that's pretty much it. That's how to apply oil ground to a panel. Be sure your final result is nice and smooth, because otherwise you will have a texture that you're unhappy with. So that's about all I got. Thanks for listening. Check out my website. Check out my paintings. Check out my other instructional videos. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day. Bye-bye.